The representative of the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor Kabote, to say some few words and to welcome the honorable guest of honor, the Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Maulid Motawala, so that to address the public. Now, Professor Kabote, the floor is yours to proceed.
Good morning to you. My task at this point is just to invite the Vice Chancellor, the Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Maulid Motawala, to address this audience. But before I invite him, I would like to emphasize that this is just a one-time event for first years, and therefore the address by the Deputy Vice Chancellor is actually very, very critical to you. I encourage you to take this seriously. Now, having said that, Professor Maulid Motawala to address this audience.
Amandus Muhairwa, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration and Finance. Professor Samuel Kabote, representing the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic. Principals, Deans and Directors. Mr. Pule Moshabi, Dean of Students. Heads of Administration, Departments and Units. Religious leaders present. President of SWASO, Mr. Jafes Asedi, and other SWASO leaders, all members of staff who are present, first year students for the 2020-2021 academic year, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Dear students, first and foremost, I would like to express my sincere appreciation, first of all, to the organizers of this event for giving me this opportunity to come and talk to you, because this is a very important event in our academic almanac, whereby officially it's like we are launching our academic year. So we are ready to start our academic affairs come Monday next week. So let me take this opportunity to welcome you to our university campuses here in Morogoro. Of course, we have another campus in Katavi. So I would like to welcome you to these campuses, Solomon Mashlao campus, as well as to what used to be called the main campus, which is now we call Edward Moringe campus, which is our main campus, as I said. So you are warmly welcome. Feel free to roam around all our campuses. I would also like to congratulate you for being selected to join this university to pursue the various degree programs that you have been enrolled to. Your admission to SUA is a result of your efforts, the efforts that you had invested in studying, whether your O-levels or your diploma, but it's a result of those efforts that you invested. And as a result, you got some good qualifications that enabled you to be selected out of so many to join our university. So it is my hope that you'll enjoy your stay at SUA in the course of your studies. Dear students, I would like to assure you that you have joined one of the best institutions, best academic institutions in the eastern, southern, and central region of Africa. So be very proud of that. We are among the best institutions that offer degrees related to fields of agriculture, forestry, nature conservation, veterinary medicine, animal science, environmental science, management of the environment, as well as informatics. So we have so many different fields. Of course, our name has agriculture in it, but as you know, this university has been expanding and we are offering so many different courses that are not necessarily linked direct to agriculture. For example, we have courses in education as well that are hosted in this campus. So we are very proud of our name, Sokoine University of Agriculture, but it doesn't mean that we offer only courses linked to agriculture. Some courses are very independent of agriculture. So dear students, SUA is recognized nationally, regionally, and internationally. So in Tanzania, for example, this is straightforward because we are already accredited. All our programs are accredited by the Tanzania Commission for Universities, DCU. So we are going to give you accredited degree. No, not to give you are going to earn. We are not giving degrees. So you are going to earn accredited degrees by DCU. So worry not about that. We are also members of Inter-University Council of East Africa, called IUCEA. So within the East African region, we are known by this body, which is more of body for accreditation of programs for East Africa, just like DCU is for Tanzania. We are the members of African Association of Universities, AAU. We are also members of the Southern African Region Universities Association, called the SARUA. We are the members of Regional University Forum for Capacity Building in Agriculture. In short, it's called RU Forum. So we are very well represented, respected, and accredited nationally, regionally, and internationally. So be proud of that. We are also represented in the Committee of Vice Chancellors, Principals in Tanzania, called the CBCBT, as well as the Committee of Vice Chancellors and the Principals for Public Universities. So you have one which is for all universities, and another one which is only for public universities, which is called CBC PUT. Now, the importance of this is to show that whatever we do or whatever we try to teach is mostly guided by the various apex organs, like these ones that I just mentioned. Now, SUA accords high respect to academic freedom among its staff and students, but within limits. So you have freedom to discuss so many various academic issues, but within limits of the law. So, under any circumstance, we don't expect the academic freedom to be used for wasting time for unnecessary debates that do not build us. You are free to be members of any political parties, but unfortunately, we don't expect you to waste your academic time for political, for example, activism. You can support any party if you want, but it's not a forum for activism. I hope you understand that one. And I encourage you to operate within specified perimeters guided by accumulated intellectual experience and wisdom of the university staff. So, to be sincere, this university has more than 500 members of academic staff who are qualified in so many different diversified fields. So that is very rich. So I urge you to exploit this potential by attending lectures, engaging in your academic advisors. Most of you will be allocated with academic advisors who will be guiding you in your academic affairs and social affairs sometimes. And we hope that you are going to study hard in order to meet the very high standards required by our different degree programs. And it will be very disappointing if you will waste time and get into some other costly engagement whereby you will end up, for example, postponing exams. It's a right to postpone exams or to postpone studies, but with justifiable reasons. Not because I was wasting my time doing non-academic issues, I was not sick, I did not lose anyone. I was just wasting my time doing some other thing. Watching football is nice to watch football, but after doing your fulfilling your academic endeavors, so it will be costly and it will be very disappointing for us if you end up, for example, postponing studies, postponing examinations, or even worse, to be discontinued because of engaging in acts which are in any way not beneficial to you or even to your parents who have sent you to study. So, I would like to bring to your attention, based on what I said, that you should try to consult the examination regulations and guidelines for 2020 so that you get familiar with how we are going to assess you in the end. So you should also realize that this university has admission programs and targets. So, for example, students who postpone studies this academic year may be readmitted in the next year. And it is costly to us because we normally set targets for each academic year. So we can say that this year we want 5,000 students. Now, if you waste time unnecessarily and postpone and come to rejoin us next year, it means you are taking a slot of your brother, move from one academic year to another and graduate. Is that understood? Yeah, so we don't expect anyone. If it's unfortunate, yes, so we don't expect anyone to spend time beyond what is indicated within the degree program. It is 3 years. We really expect you and encourage you to finish your studies within the 3 years allocated, or 4 years, or 5 years, and avoid unnecessary postponement. Try to avoid the retakes. Try to avoid, by all means necessary, discontinuation. Now, dear students, I wish to remind you that you have a duty also to help each other because we are living here as a community, but we are also explaining that, we are also saying that it is illegal and unethical, you should understand, any student to harass another student. So, you can help each other, yes, within limits, but do not harass each other. It is illegal to intimidate one another, and it is illegal to molest any other student. So please do understand those, because you are students, yes, but you are supposed to abide to the laws of the country. So you should avoid that one. So laws are made always by welfare of the society. So whoever that shall go contrary to the law, and the regulation, then that person will also be taken to task. So as you are aware also, we are in 21st century, which is dubbed as the century of science and technology. So the other thing that we encourage you is to invest a lot of time learning on new technologies. You have from the lowest level of technologies to the very high level technologies, very sophisticated, etc. We are moving away from traditional means of learning to to methods of learning that use technological gadgets, including your mobile phones. Is that understood? So our dream is that in the end, we'll be more technologically advanced. We can even be able to run our lectures virtually. You don't have to see me in the class every day. I'm not saying you should stay in your rooms watching your phone, but where necessary, I don't have to come to the class physically to teach you, and I don't have to waste lectures because I'm not around physically. I can still access you and teach you. We are going to change our whole system by next year. It's unfortunate that we could not do it this year, but by next year, we are going to change our whole admission and registration system. We don't want you to come here and queue here. You will be registered while you are still at home using your phone. Just come here with your printed ticket, get a mattress, go to your room. So that one we promise, as we would like to harness the new technologies. So your young brothers and sisters at least will not go through the hassle that you've been through or you are still going through now. Like coming and queuing, then bring your hard copies of certificates, etc. Because that we appreciate is a big waste of time. So from next year, that one is going to change. So dear students, let me conclude my remarks by saying that it is our hope that you'll start your academic year with vigor. You can see you are very healthy, commitment and aspirations. And we'll always aspire for academic excellence. I wish you the enjoyable stay and successful, not just enjoyable, but successful stay at SUA. And I urge you to work hard and make best use of your time. Time is never recycled. You cannot turn back the hands of time. Once lost, it becomes a bygone. And we have a saying here that a degree is made in the lab, in the workshop, in the library, or even in the hospital. Don't wait for the final exams. Final exams may give you only 30% or 40%. The 60% for the very clever ones will start to be earned from Monday. So from Monday, your clock should start ticking, counting what? The 60% of the marks for your course. Is that understood? So it's not like you'll wait until the final exams, then you start studying hard. No, the final exams will give you only a fraction of the total marks. What will start from Monday is the one that is going to give you the big share, the 60%. So the time you spend in the library, in the lab, in the farms, everywhere, is the one which will account for your 60%. So I wish you all the best. May God bless you and our university. Thank you for listening. Sanjay.
Honorable guest of honor, Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Malik Mutala, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics, Acting Professor Kabote, Acting Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration Finance, Professor Malik Mutala, Principals, Deans and Directors, distinguished guests, members of staff, SWAS President, religious leaders, freshers and other university leaders. Our honorable guest of honor, let me express my sincere gratitude for availing time to this orientation week, despite your very busy schedule. Our honorable guest of honor, let me take this opportunity to single out a few things that you've mentioned. You have pointed out issues which might be very useful to our freshers. You have emphasized to our freshers on the need to study hard to earn their degrees. You have mentioned challenges which are lying ahead of freshers. You have made us proud by confirming that we are one of the best universities in Tanzania, Africa, and the world at large. It is my hope that your speech will assist very much these new freshers in their daily life in this university. Our honorable guest of honor, we are also thankful for your appreciation for the deliberate efforts and endeavors taken by Sokoine University of Agriculture to improve the quality of education through effective teaching, research, and extension services. However, all these are attributable to your facilitation, excellent leadership, and guidance. We thank you and wish to convey our heartfelt gratitude to the Ministry of Education, Science, Technology, and Vocational Training, and most significantly, Once again, thank you for officiating this one-week orientation program for the academic year 2020-2021 at the Sol Masango Freedom Square. Lastly, our guest of honor, we pray and wish you good health, prosperity, and excellence in many in Sokwe University of Agriculture. Thank you very much.
I know that the principals, deans, and directors will continue to allocate time and tell you more about the academic programs, but it is important for the DBC academic to say something about the academic system that we have adopted. So just like other universities in Tanzania and in Africa in general, have adopted a semester system that brings a lot of flexibilities in respect to, for instance, choosing elective courses and moving into another academic year by carrying over a failed examination, as well as transferring credits from one university to another. This system supports very well private sponsored students or students with financial difficulties, as they can postpone one semester, go home, sort out financial issues, and rejoin same semester once they are ready. About the library, the other important aspect is the use of library. This is one of the most essential components of any university of higher learning institutions. The library is the store of knowledge, and unless you access to it, your learning will of necessity being superficial and marginal. You should make the best use of the library. Another thing is about university examination regulations. Please also pay attention on this. There are two kinds of university examinations regulations. I know we have regulations at different levels. You see, even at the individual level, we have regulations and the guidelines. At the household level, at the family level, at the community, societal level, at the school level, at the religion institution level, we have regulations that actually guide or influence actions of the individuals. Now, as the university, we also have our regulations. And we have two kinds of this. Number one, the first one concerns general university examination regulations. This provides information on a wide variety of examination matters. For instance, when examinations are held, eligibility for admission to examinations, which included accessing university examination tickets, what does a student do if he or she fails sick just before or during examinations, procedure for appeal against examination results, and what happens if a student absents oneself from an examination. So this, the first kind of regulations is about these issues. Most important of all, what happens when a student is found cheating in examinations. I have taken time to enumerate these points very purposely because every year a number of students are caught cheating during coursework or during end of semester examinations. You are therefore strongly advised to read the examination regulations. It is important that you know and follow the rules of the game. These rules of the game, these are the kind of policies, regulations, we call them rules of the game. So it is important that you know and follow the rules of the game. The current admission requirements and examination regulations and guidelines for undergraduate and non-degree programs, which were revised recently, are available on the SUA website. So I'm referring you to the SUA website to read this document. There is a document on these regulations. It is my expectations that you will access them and familiarize yourself as you continue with the registration process. The second set of regulations, these are special degree program examination regulations. These are specific to the degree and the non-degree programs offered in various colleges, schools, institutes, centers, and directorates. The principals, deans, and directors will no doubt explain this to you. I should emphasize here that coursework assessment tests do contribute to the end of semester examinations. You should therefore take coursework assessment tests seriously in all the degree programs. For courses with the practicals, you will be required to pass both the theory and the practical examinations separately. Another important issue is about academic advisors. These are members of staff who are assigned to one or more students to advise them on how best to cope with academics and provide advices related to medical and social issues if and when it deems necessary. Each of you will be assigned one academic advisor. Please contact them soonest. Do not wait until problems arise. We have seen a number of students consulting their academic advisors when things goes, worse. When a student is discontinued, for example, it is the time when they are used to see their academic advisors. I'm telling you, your academic advisor will not solve that problem. You need to see him or her before things goes worse or wrong. Please make use of your academic advisors when you will be assigned one. The next issue is about purchase of books, stationery and faculty requirements. For those of you who are beneficiaries of loans from Loans Board, the government through the loan system also provides you with the funds to meet the costs of the books, stationery and faculty requirements. Equally private sponsored and those sponsored by employers and social security funds, same loan is provided for purchase of these materials. Please make use of these funds effectively and efficiently, as they are intended to assist you to match up with the university learning system or learning environment. Don't spend that money for different matters. Another thing is about the permission to absent from the university. I'm highlighting some of the issues that actually make you stay at the university comfortably. Once you are registered at SUA, you are not required to leave university campus without permission. We have leave of absence forms in the office of the Dean of Students in both campuses, at Edward Moringe campus and also at Solomon Mahilangu campus, where you can access them and fill the request permission to travel outside the university. Once you have filled the form as required and submitted to the relevant offices as directed in the form, don't leave until you are allowed to travel. I repeat, once you have filled the form as required and submitted to the relevant offices as directed in the form, don't leave until you are allowed to travel. Again, we have seen some students, they just instructed the CR to fill the forms on behalf, and then they go out of the university or they depart. That is wrong. That is wrong. You are supposed to wait until you have the feedback from the authority that you are allowed to go out of the university or not allowed because of 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, some of you will be requesting to postpone studies. Please get guidance from the heads of department or from the principal or from the dean or director. Once you have requested for permission to postpone studies, don't leave the university before you get a response from the office of the DVC academic. If you will leave without getting permission, you will be considered to have absconded from studies, and the fate will be to discontinue you from studies. I repeat this one. Once you have requested for permission to postpone studies, don't leave the university before you get a response from the office of the DVC academic. If you will leave without getting permission, you will be considered to have absconded from studies, and the fate will be to discontinue you from studies. Last but not least, you have come to this university from diverse areas. Some straight from schools, others from workplaces. You will be interacting with many people than before. You will be freer than before. You are meeting with people of diverse lifestyle and needs. This therefore provides a lot of challenges to most of you and possesses great risks to one's stable university life. We have seen girls and boys being cheated into lifestyles that are not their choice, thereby undermining their commitment to academic achievements that brought them to the university. Your decisions, therefore, on the day-to-day life while at this university should, as far as possible, conform to your primary objective of coming here. It is important, therefore, that you maintain a high sense of integrity and academic discipline while you are here at SUA. Remember, you are an asset to your parents and to your relatives, and also to yourself and to your spouse, those who are married, to your children, those who have children, and to the nation as well. Apart from your specific degree programs, you will be expected to be knowledgeable in other world affairs by reading widely and listening to radio and television programs. We are glad to inform you that we have our SUA FM. You can tune 101.1 FM so that you can listen to programs, different programs through SUA FM. You will be expected to interact actively in sports, religious matters, social events, etc., without losing your primary objective of joining this university. You should budget your time wisely, since with semester system, there is no time wastage. Dear students, it is expected that as we start this academic journey today together, we will end together in 3 to 5 years to come, depending on duration of your programs. It is expected that after graduation, you will all be SUA alumni or SUA graduates. Please take time to know about the SUA convocation to see what it can do for you and what you can do for the SUA. All SUA alumni activities are done through SUA convocation. If you visit SUA website, there is an icon for SUA convocation with more information about it and its activities. Remember, you have joined the university community whose vision is to become a leading university in the provision of quality knowledge and skills in agriculture and allied sciences. With these few remarks, let me once again congratulate you, welcome you, and wish you all the best here at Sokoine University of Agriculture. Thank you for listening.
And specifically here at SUA. Why academic career? This is because, as it has been mentioned by the representative of the Vice Chancellor, the two DVCs, is that there is huge difference between secondary education and the other tertiary education and university education. And the difference is that when you join studies at the university, it's a beginning, a very crucial stage to begin your career life. So we treat you as young potential professionals in the discipline or field of study that you have applied for. So your studentship here is treated as professional. And your life at SUA, because you are now a professional beginner, then your life here at SUA will be guided by the regulations and guidelines that will help you to achieve your career goals. And therefore, all you need after joining SUA, all you need is determination, commitment, and self-discipline. And therefore, the Directorate of Undergraduate or we are popularly known as DUS, as well as all the academic unit here represented by the principals. We are all here to facilitate your achievement of your career goal, to facilitate you to realize your dream. So I want to introduce very briefly about the Directorate of Undergraduate Studies, that is DUS. Our responsibility mainly is admission, which we have done, that's why you're here. The second responsibility is registration. Some of you are already registered, some we are continuing to register you. And then we are responsible to coordinate all teaching activities at the university. We coordinate examinations, and we are custodian of your academic records. As you have, for those who have gone through the registration process, we took your document, we have entered important information of yourself, and we will keep it as long as, the record will stay throughout your life. Anything can be traced back to our database for many, many years to come. And then we are the ones, the DUS is the one that oversee implementation of regulations related to admission and examination, and other roles that can help us to facilitate you achieve your goals. So I'll take you through the undergraduate admissions, examination, regulations, and guideline. And this document is available at the SUA website. Go visit the webpage of Directorate of Undergraduate Studies. Click the link written as Admission Regulation. That will be your guidebook as a young in your young academic career. So please, if you have your mobile phone, you can download it here or you can download it later. So I'll take you through very important stages. I want to go through the first part of that regulation. Start with admission, the entry qualification. You are all qualified, so that's why you're here. So if you convert it to career, it means you're officially hired. Aren't you happy?
Yeah, we're happy. Kiingereza.
Hamjafurahi?
Tumefurahi.
Okay, so I'll start with the registration. The process that we started when you come here. We have two stages of registration. The first is registration into the program. So after admission, we will register you in the respective program that you have admitted to. Our regulation requires that we complete the exercise of registration into program within 2 weeks from orientation to the coming week. So we will finish registration exercise next week. So for those who are not registered, don't panic. We will continue registration for the coming week. In this, we have only one condition for registration. It's just that you have to pay the required fees. Once you have done that, you are now officially a bona fide SUA student. And congratulations again. The second thing I want to highlight is student information system. We use SUASys. Each one of you have an account, right? That you can log in and you can find all the information. So once you have registered, I want to remind you key issues. One, your username and password should be your secret. The password is your secret, is the key to all your information. So keep it. Once you log in for the first time, we gave you the password that was auto-generated to make you access the account. Once you log in, change the password to be your own password. And then you can update the information. Once you log in, you can click on My Information, we want you to upload your photo, your passport photo, electronic passport photo, a decent one, a formal one that will introduce you, okay? And then complete the information. Once you log in, complete all the information that is required. I insist the most important information in the current world is your mobile phone number, your own mobile phone number, among many. Tell us your address. Tell us if the information was not correct, entered. Inform us immediately, and we can update it. Once you log in, double check your Form 4 index number. If it is correct, if it is wrong entered, report it to DOS immediately, and we can correct all the errors. So that is very important information. This account will keep not only your personal information, but also your academic record in terms of examination results and so on and so forth. So that is also one of the important things. Our regulation also stipulated clearly about change of degree and non-degree programs. The DVC academic has highlighted that, and I want to emphasize the window to change the degree program or non-degree program will open on Monday, and it will close within 2 weeks. Success to be accepted into the degree program you are applying for is subject to you meeting the minimum requirement of that degree program, and secondly, if there is available spot. But also, we'll have an additional charge of 50,000. All this is written in the document I'm referring you to read. Non-refundable 50,000. In this process, hear me careful. This process is done through your sources account. The window will open on Monday. So you have to be able to log in, and then you go to application. In the menu, there's applications. On the applications, there's several applications, and one of it is change of courses. So if there's anyone who wants to change course from Monday, we'll be able to do that. The second registration is course registration. This is when you select the courses that you're going to study in this semester.
Mimi naitwa Kule John Mushabi, ni mshauri wa wanafunzi hapa Chuo Kikuu cha Kilimo cha Sokoine. Leo ni kilele cha orientation week. Orientation week wake siku ya ni sehemu ambayo tunatambulisha wanafunzi waangalie mazingira ya chuo na kutambua viongozi wa chuo. Hii orientation week imeanza Jumatatu tarehe 23 na mwisho wake ni leo tarehe 27. Kwa hiyo kikubwa ambacho tunakifanya hapa sasa hivi leo ni kufunga orientation week, ambayo kutoka hapo kwanza kutakuwa na makamu mkuu wa chuo, Vice Chancellor Profesa Rafael Chibunda, ambaye anatakiwa kuja kuongea na wanafunzi. Baada ya hapo kunakuwa kuzingatia ratiba yetu, kuna naibu makamu mkuu wa chuo wa taaluma ambaye atakuja kuongea masuala yote kuhusu taaluma hapa chuoni. Kuna Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration Finance ambaye anakuja kuongelea masuala yote ya Administration Finance ya chuo na Disciplinary Authority wa chuo. Hapo tena kuna nafasi wa Director and Undergraduate Studies. Huyu naye ana nafasi yake ya kuongelea examination regulations na sheria na taratibu zote za kujiunga na chuo ili uweze kufaulu hapa chuoni. Hapa ukiangalia hii ni sehemu ambayo anapata utambuzi. Unajua mtu anapokuja hapa ana utambuzi wa viongozi wa chuo, ataongea na deans, principal and directors na head of department, na hapo atapata nafasi ya kuweza kuongea na watu physically, na hapo akikosa nafasi kwa kweli anakuwa amekosa kitu kikubwa. Yaani kukopu ndani kwenye masomo yanakuwa ni vigumu kwa kweli. Kwa hiyo hii ni wiki muhimu sana kwa wanafunzi wote kuhudhuria ili waweze kupata elimu ambayo tunaitoa hapa leo.
Baada ya siku ya leo, sisi kama serikali ya wanafunzi tumejipanga vyema kuhakikisha mwanafunzi